Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. It's time for my first impressions of the Spydie Chef. Just got the Spyderco Chef in yesterday in the mail. It's a wonderful mail call. I got this and I got the Spyderco Magnitude. Check out my first impressions video of the Magnitude. That's right here on this channel as well. But right now we want to talk about the Spydie Chef. I love this knife. When I first heard the Spyderco was coming out with a knife called the Spydie Chef, with a chef blade, a chef type blade, I went, what? But then I started hearing more and more about it. And you know what? The first thing that I got excited about, the first reason I got excited about the Spydie Chef is that it was going to be a collaboration with Marcin Slish. Oh, yeah. The last time Marcin worked with Spyderco, came up with the Slish Bowie. But that was his second knife. His first knife remains one of my favorites in my top 10 Spyderco knife, and that's the Techno. So yes, the man who created the Techno and the Bowie, Marcin Slish, worked with Spyderco on this new release in this epic 40th anniversary year. I told you it was going to be epic. A lot to talk about with this knife. First of all, it's full tie like all of his other ones. Just wonderful full tie. It is not stonewashed this time, but I really like it. A lot thinner than his other knives. Open construction, no back spacer like his other two knives. I like that too. Very, very, very light for an all titanium knife. Of course, the deep pocket clip that I love, and the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. They did not put in steel inserts on this lock. You know, Eric Glasser talks about why sometimes he puts steel inserts, sometimes he doesn't. When they're these light knives and, they flip open, usually flipper, that flips real hard because titanium on steel, titanium starts to give away, starts to wear down. And that's why you see a lot of makers putting the steel inserts. This, though, because it opens the traditional way with the Spydie hole, not that big of an impact on it. So that is really the scales and the handle, but that's not the specialness of the Spyderco Chef. The special part is, one, it's called a chef because it has this chef blade. If you've seen the chef knives in the kitchen, all the professional chef knives, or the not so professional like me, who just use it on Blue Apron recipes, it is really the utility knife in the kitchen. Of course, it's great for slicing. So this is a big, wonderful slicer. You can put your hand on the top of it to do the slicing. That's why it's like this. And what makes this even more special is that this 3.2-inch blade in that chef type of shape is all rust proof. This knife, believe it or not, is part of the Spyderco Salt series. Yeah, usually when I say those words, Spyderco Salt series, and that it is totally non-rusting materials, you usually see an H1 on the blade, right? Their rust proof blade. Well, this is LC200N. This is the second knife that they'll be putting LC200N on it. It is a rust-proof steel. It does not rust. NASA uses this kind of steel in ball bearings. So if it can survive in space, work real hard, it's hard, it retains an edge. This is just a wonderful knife. One day I'm going to live in a sportsmobile and travel the country doing videos for you guys at great cigar places and knife shops and conventions, and I'm gonna have this to do all my food prep. Easy to use, rust proof, easy to clean with see-through. And man, it's Marcin Slish. It feels so sturdy in the hand. Not as fat and sturdy as the Techno and the Bowie, but so well done, so simple. I love this construction. I love the whole idea. When you talk about a chef's knife being the utility knife in the kitchen, this is the knife that you use to do almost everything, at least I do. And I know professional knives, that's why it's called a chef's knife. So this is a wonderful shape, a unique shape. I love this whole idea. And so when you put it into EDC, everyday carry, well, that's what an everyday carry knife is, a utility knife. This is a slicer. You can get control of it. Well made. Will not rust on you. LCN 200N steel. I'm loving this knife. My first impressions, big keeper. Hops up on my list of favorites. Not as high as the Techno. But, oh man, I want to carry this knife. This is my first impressions of the brand new Spyderco Chef by Marcin Slish. The maker of the Techno and the Bowie has come out with another winner. Loving the chef's blade type. Love that it cannot rust with LC 200N steel. I love that space age steel, right? NASA uses for ball bearings. That's space age steel for real. That's it, folks. Just wanted to give you my first impressions of the Spydie Chef. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Don't forget to thumb this up. Don't forget to share it, like it, and hit that subscription. We're headed to 2,000 subscribers. Once we do, we're going to open up another big case that I have of knives with the customs and browse blades, but also we'll have a 2-knife giveaway. 2 Spydercos will be given away. One of them, a sprint run knife. Both of them very desirable knives. You guys have a perfect one. Goodbye.